Orale, Holmes, it's me, Little Hater. Welcome to the best podcast in Long Beach. Do me a huge favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tacos and Workouts, and make sure to follow us on Spotify. What it is podcast. Orale, Holmes, it's me, Little Hater. And guess what, Doug? This podcast is brought to you by the Patio Nuts. You had me at hola. So go out and get some of these nuts. These Tapatio nuts. What it is. Podcast. Gracias. Thank you for coming back. Hey, Doug, I missed you guys. It's been a little while, little minute, eh? You know what? And I'm back. All right, Doug. We got a very special person in the backstage. We're making him wait a little bit, but it's all right. Eh? He's a cool guy. He could take it, Doug. All right, we're gonna bring him on, Doug. Here he is.
Hey.
Orale, Holmes.
What's up, man? Little
What's
Hater,
up, Doug? Orale, man. Tell us who you is, Doug. Tell us who you is.
What's up, Little Hater? Double A here, host of the Profile podcast. It's an honor and a privilege to be here, man. I'm excited to be here with you, Little Hater. What's going on, man?
You know why I invited you to the podcast, right, Doug?
No, tell me, man. Tell me. My good looks?
Yeah, that too, Doug. But I got two questions, Doug. All right, Doug. I want to know how tall you are.
I'm about 6'2".
Okay, Doug.
Yeah.
You're pretty big, Doug. All right. I'll play nice. You're too big for me, Doug. I can't take you. And it looks like you work out too, Doug.
I'm a lover, not a fighter, brother.
Yeah, you love the ladies, huh? Me too, Doug. I got quite a few roster, Doug. All right, Doug. And the second reason why I invited you, Doug, is because what's the deal with the name, Doug? Double A. What's going on with that, Doug?
Double A, man. I'm like an energy bunny, man. I'm like a battery and never stop going, brother. No, I used to go by Andy Anatomical. It's too damn long, man. So I started just kind of saying, how can I shorten that? How can I abbreviate it? And then I just started came up with Double A. I said, you know what, Double A, and then it just stuck, man. So that's how it happened, man. Little Hater, man.
That's firme, Doc. That's firme. You know what? But you know what? You kind of ruined my joke there because I was gonna make fun of you and call you Double A batteries, but you beat me to it, Doc. And I was gonna say Double A batteries, then Triple A's batteries, and then Triple A car club. You know, Doc. It's like it's endless with you, carnal.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Little Hater. Do you hate it? Why do they call you Little Hater, man? Do you hate everything?
Yeah, Doc. I hate on like everybody, Doc. And you know what, Doc? That's just what I do, Doc. But not too much, Doc. You know. Just a little. That's why they Little Hater, Doug. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, Doug. Like, right now, I'm hating on your barba right there, Doug. Yeah, Doug. You know what? I wish I had me one like that, Doug. You know, I can't grow me one, Doug.
Oh,
you know?
I can't either, man. Trust me, man. This is like scruffy, and then if I try, it starts growing in spots. It just gets bad, man. This is like a couple of days of growth. I need a shave, brother. I need a shave, man.
Yeah, Doug, you know, well, once in a while I let it grow, and then I can't stand it, and I would like to have a really big a mustache like that, and a goatee, like connect them all together and stuff, you know, to see how it looks. But I can't grow one, Doug, you know.
Hey, but I like yours, man. That's original, man. Hanging with the chain y todo, you can't. That's unique, man.
Gracias. Yeah, Doug. I'm one unique vato, Doug. Everything I do is 100% originals, Doug.
I can tell,
Doug.
man.
Yeah, Doug. So listen, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Just between you and me, Doug. Who do you hate, Doug? Who do you hate? Come on, Doug. Let me know.
Oh man, who do I hate? Jeez.
Yeah, Doug.
I don't know, man. I can't think of anyone. I love everyone, but I love as much as I can, Little Hater. You know,
it's gotta come in, Doug.
Joy and love.
I know, Doug, but there's gotta be something you hate, Doug. You like to be papaya?
Like what?
You like papaya?
Papaya. Oh, papaya. You know, gosh, I hate papaya.
There you go, Doug. You see, it's that easy, Doug.
Hey, you're smart, brother. You're smart, Little Haters, man. What else I hate? I hate ignorant people, man. I hate
ignorant people. Yeah, me
You
too,
know?
dog. I don't like bullies, dog. I don't like bullies
Oh
one
yeah.
bit, dog. Yeah,
I
I can't
hate
stand
thieves too.
them.
I don't like people who
Oh,
steal.
oh, sorry, dog. Did I take something from you, dog?
Not
Yeah,
yet,
dog.
man. No,
Not,
no.
not, not that you know of, huh?
Exactly. Exactly. Shit, I'm gonna check my pockets right now, man.
Hey, don't let me know where you live, dog.
Shh, I won't, man. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, man.
Yeah, dog. What kind of movies do you don't like, dog? Which ones do you hate on, dog?
Wow, I don't like gosh, man, like those soap opera type of dramatic, love stories. I can't. I don't. Dude, don't let my wife know that, man. You know, but yeah, I don't like boring movies, brother. I love action. I love good suspense. A good suspense flick. Comedies are good. All the gangster movies, man. The Goodfellas, Godfather, Scarface, all American Me. I love all that, brother.
Yeah, dog. Hey, you know what, dog? I'm gonna be a little honest with you, dog. When I first saw you out there, dog, and I saw that you had a podcast, I started hating on you a little bit, dog.
Oh, why? Why?
I don't know, dog. Like I'm like this guy, man. It looks like he's professional, dog. It looks like he knows what he's doing. It looks like he gets it. And I said, man, why can't I be like that? So I started hating on you just a little bit, dog.
Oh,
But then I got to know you, dog. I got to know you, and I go, you know what? He's a firme vato. You're gonna give this guy a pass.
hey, you know what, though, little hater? I love haters.
Oh
I have
yeah,
to
me
say,
too, dog.
I have to say thank you because that means you're doing something right.
Yeah, that's right. Have you seen my post, dog? Have you seen my post? It
Which
says,
one?
if you're not being hated on, you ain't doing it right.
That's right. That's right.
That's what. That's why I hated on you, dog. Because I'm like, this guy gets it, dog. He's doing it right. So that's why I hated you. Hey, dog, tell me the truth, dog. Do you have a lot of haters or not so much, dog?
Actually, I have a few, man. Just not that many. They're few and far between. But I put out, like I said, man, I put out that vibe out there. I don't know, the positive vibe, and I guess it comes back to but I occasionally I get some comments and some haters. Yeah, there's, like I said, few and far between.
Dog, I need me more haters, dog, on the serio, dog. If anybody don't like me, dog, come on, dog. Just I need more haters, dog. I need like 400 more like haters, dog, to be watching me on the YouTubes, and
Why
I'll
would
be happy, dog.
right? Why would anybody hate you, little hater?
I don't know, dog. People just don't like me, dog. But you know what, dog? Not that many people like dislike me, dog. And it's on the contrary. Like people, they're like, hey, I like you because you're like little haters, and you remind me of like a cool vato. So I don't get too many haters. But the fat homie, tacos and tortas. I mean, tacos and workouts. Yeah, that guy, he gets hated on big time, dog. I don't know what it is. Just people don't like him, dog.
Is that right?
Yeah, dog. But you know what, dog? It's part of the thing, dog. It's part of the podcasting we do, dog.
That is true, man. It comes with the territory, man. Like I said, man, if you're being hated on, and that's a good. I mean, you're doing something right.
If you
Just
ain't
like
being hated on, you ain't doing it right.
Exactly. That's the bottom line, man. That's the truth, Facts.
Yeah.
We're speaking facts here, right?
Yeah, dog. You know what? That's how it is, dog. Because I know a little bit of this, a little bit that, and a little bit more.
Little
Yeah,
hater,
dog.
man. It's a pleasure speaking with you, man. Because I've seen you out there doing your thing, and here I am having a conversation with you, man. So it's nice to talk to you, man. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, dog. I get everywhere, dog. And people stop me when I go about and people recognize me. They stop me and they take my pictures and I tell them, hey, you better not give it to the cops, and don't tell them you saw me. You know what? Like just pretend you don't see me, dog. Don't share it on social media. But people, they share it anyway, dog. They're like, look, here he is, dog. I'm like, man, don't you know I'm on probation, dog? Come on, dog. Come on.
You put in some work back in the day, or what?
I don't work, dog. Who told you I work, dog? I don't work.
You put in some work,
Nah,
a little dirty work, a little.
What are you, a cop? Come on, dog. I can't talk about that kind of stuff.
We're just two guys having a conversation, man.
Yeah, dog. You know what? I don't like to talk about my past sometimes, because I don't like to get people in troubles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get you, brother. Hey, I was just, I wasn't looking for details, man. I wasn't looking for. Just inquiring, man. It sounded like you did a little work back in the day, and now you're kind of You're laying low.
Yeah, Dag. Yeah, man. How do I sound, Dag? Do I sound like a robot?
A what?
Like a robot?
A robot?
Yeah.
No. You sound like a veterano, man.
Oh, like a fat vato? Yeah, Dag. No, because my audio went a little weird. It started sounding like a robot on my end. You were like double A, triple A, like that, like robot, Dag. All right, but you
No.
came back. Yeah, Doc, I don't like to talk too much about my veterano past, Doc, because it brings up too many like memories and stuff, and I don't like to get people busted. And then a lot of the times I don't even remember what I did, Doc. People tell me stories. And
I understand.
yeah, Doc.
I get
All
it,
right,
man.
Doc. Hey, check it out, Doc. Look, Doc. It's been fun and all, but I gotta go, Doc. You know what? I gotta go take a drug test, Doc, because I'm trying to get a job for tomorrow's. Okay. So
Where at? Where at, little hater?
it's at the McDonald's, Doc. But
Oh,
shh,
hey, good luck, man.
don't tell nobody, Doc. Don't tell nobody.
No, I
I,
won't say anything.
I don't want people to come in and start asking me for cheeseburgers, Doc.
Hey, I think King Taco's hiring, bro.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, go check it out. King
I'm
Taco.
gonna check it out, Doc. That's a good spot. And now, with that place, I might actually take like a taco or two, or I might take a couple burritos, shove them down my pants. Because I like tacos too.
Who
Hey,
doesn't, bro?
people are gonna watch me and they're like, "Hey, is that a Big Johnson you got right there?" And I go, "No, Doc, that's my burrito." All right, Doc, I gotta go.
That.
Hey, check it out, Doc. I'm gonna send the fat homie. He said he wanted to interview you, Doc. So he's gonna come right now. Okay.
Okay. Hey, good talking to you, little hater. Stay up, man. Good
All
luck
right,
tomorrow,
Doc.
McDonald's interview.
All right,
Don't worry,
Doc.
I won't say shit. I won't say
No,
anything.
don't say nothing. Shh. All right, Doc. All right, I'm gonna send in the fat homie.
Al rato. Little hater.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up,
What
man?
it is, what it is.
How's it going?
Drop over here.
Little hater, man.
Give me a
Finally
second.
got to meet him.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man? I finally got to meet Little Hater, man. That was cool.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? He keeps on saying that he wants to take over my show, and so we kind of like sometimes we just kind of like toy with him and we let him on, just so he could divert his attention somewhere else. What was he saying?
He's talking about he's getting a job and
What?
And he likes my beard and all this stuff, man. And
wait a minute. He said he's trying to get a job?
Yeah, he said
he's lying to you, man.
He has an interview tomorrow.
No, he's got a drug test tomorrow for his probation officer, man. You know that guy don't work.
Oh my gosh, man.
Oh man, that guy's a little con artist. Don't believe anything he says, man.
Unbelievable, man. He has me going, man. He had me going on all kinds of stuff, man. He likes my beard and all this, and he's asking what kind of movies I like.
He's all over the place, man. He that guy, you turn him on and you never know where he's gonna go.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, man.
He's funny though, man. It's a pleasure talking to him, man.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, man, I'm glad we actually finally had a chance to get this thing going, man. I've seen you around. I've seen what you do. It seems like you got a nice, cool following, and you're respected by the people. I'm like, hey, Double A, he gets it, man. He knows what's going on, So it's like I need to, chat with them. I need, podcaster to podcaster. Let's kind of share what's going on with the podcasting, man.
Yeah.
So tell me, man, how did you get into podcasting, brother?
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate again, man. It's a pleasure being here with you, man. I appreciate the invitation, and I've been, I'm about almost 3.5 years in, man. I started in January of 2019, and I was just, looking to get back into the world of entertainment because I've done some acting in the past. I've always been fascinated with this world, man. With movie making or production, any type, whether it's writing a book or a poem or shooting a television show, music, whatever the case may be. When I was a kid, I used to love Universal Studios, man. I was always fascinated. So, I did some acting, like I said, and fast forward to 2018 ish, I started thinking, well, I'm not getting any younger, so I need to. I feel like I just started weighing on my heart, man. I need to get back into the world, man. I need to pursue some unfulfilled goals that I had. And what's a way to get back into the world, man? What's the most accessible way? I could have got back into acting. I could have done all that, man. But again, the key thing was accessibility. So I've discovered podcasting. Wait a minute, I could do a podcast from my phone. I don't have to leave my house. Let's just give it a shot. So I decided to do podcasts, man. And okay, so how am I going to do this? I had a friend that was doing a podcast. He was on Anchor. And I asked him, hey, how do I sign up? He sent me the link, said it's super simple. And, I jumped on, man. I had my first podcast was called 90s Galore, which we would go and talk about bands, movies, television shows from the 90s, because I grew up in the 90s. That's my wheelhouse, So, and I loved everything about the 90s, 80s too, but 90s. I was a teenager and a young adult, so I bring on guests. We talk about again all of those bands or movies. But about the 20 right before that, right around the pandemic time, right before that, I started thinking, man, I want to do more in my podcast. I want to connect more with the guests. I want to connect. I want to do something different. So I said, you know what? I'm going to bring on individuals who are doing extraordinary things in life and talk to them, and bring on a guest. It's an interview based, and we'll talk to those people, man. Artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, other podcasters, human interest stories, all kinds of people, man. So that's when the Profile Pod was born. I called it was Profile Pod TV at first. Like I was telling you earlier, I used to go on StreamYard and go live on StreamYard and on YouTube. And then I profiling people. It's a podcast and it's on TV or YouTube. So Profile Pod TV was born. That was around April 2020 now, and then fast forward, here we are, man. April 2022, 2 years exactly. And it's been a great ride, man. It's meeting all kinds of people, networking, hustling, man. It's a hustle, man. So, but it's fun, man. I wouldn't trade it for anything else, man.
Yeah, man. Let's get a quick question in here from one of the viewers here. It's what did you act in? Because you said you acted a little bit.
Yeah. That's a good question, man. I did a lot of background work in the mid 2000s. The West Wing, How I Met Your Mother. What else? Those are two that come to mind right now. And then I was on Mad TV. I don't know if you recall that show. It was on Fox Channel 11 here in LA, and I was I almost said stunt double. I was a Jose Canseco lookalike, man, for a skit. It was actually a speaking role. You can find it on YouTube. It's on my feed too, my Instagram feed, the Profile Pod. You can check it out, but it's under. It was a whole spoof on the steroids scandal. Remember with Jose Canseco and Rafael Palmeiro. And I played Canseco. It was a cool little skit, man. And then I did a lot of some independent films, and I have one I'm going to post soon. It's called The Last Resort. And then I did some student films. And then I just booked another role last month. We just shot it a couple weeks ago in Hollywood. It's called the Stationary Bike. It's based on a short story by Stephen King. Of the same title. It's called The Stationary Bike. So I just got back into it, man. So that was the whole goal, my brother, is that, getting into this, remember I said, getting it back into the world. My goal was to, start the podcast and then parlay and then branch out into other, back into acting and all of that. So, that's kind of where we're at, brother.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That you're actually like in there, actually doing the acting, and you're producing and all this stuff. So you're really highly invested in like the acting world and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people, just in regards to like this whole podcasting, YouTubing, acting, all that, a lot of people think, and if you think you already mentioned it, it's not as easy as it seems. A lot of people just think like you know what, I'm gonna have a YouTube channel, or I'm just gonna do a podcast, and everybody's gonna watch me. And sadly, it doesn't work that way. And sometimes people like I had a thing where some guy that he was like, "Hey, you're famous on YouTube," and I'm like, "No, I have a small following. I'm not famous. I don't make any money from this. I'm not getting paid." So they're like, "No, no, no," but it's like I recently acquired 100,000 views on YouTube, so that was like my big accomplishment, right? I'm like, wow, I got 100,000 views, but just because
Nice.
I have 100,000 views doesn't really mean anything. But I work hard to get those numbers, but you're actually there and you're doing this stuff, man, and that's one thing that people don't get. I met these gentlemen that were also like doing what you do, like acting and stuff like that. And I asked him, like, hey, so I don't want to be an actor, but I wouldn't mind being the fat guy eating a torta on the background, right? Hey, that's my aspiration to acting, right? It's like, little hater, that guy, he'll jump in front of the camera and he'll start dancing. He doesn't care. Me, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'll just stand in the background. But the number one thing these gentlemen told me, it's not. We goes, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And then I was like, okay, well, what's the deal? I was kind of just having a conversation, and right away they got all um like defensive. They're like, oh, we're not gonna tell you. And I'm like, I didn't ask. I was like, because I want to do anything. I just like curious because I think it would come out good on the podcast. But like right
Right.
away they're like, and I was like, you know what, forget it. It's like I'm thinking like that's the wrong attitude to like if you want to like
Yeah.
make it. It's like I don't know. It's
Yeah. No.
crazy.
Yeah. No. No doubt, man. I mean, it's dude. Like you said, bro. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. All of this is it's challenging for sure, man. We love doing it. That's why we do it. But anybody who tells you, yeah, like you said, it's anybody who tells you that, oh yeah, I'm just gonna jump on and start a podcast. I'm gonna have thousands of followers, thousands of downloads every episode. It's gonna be easy, man. It's gonna be, oh yeah, nah, man. I mean, it's and I talk about it all the time with other podcasters. If you're looking to, and it's cool getting into podcasting to just have fun and have conversations, and if that's all you want to do, oh man, more power to you, right? But myself, I'm looking to scale it up. I want to do big things with my podcast. I want to treat it like a business. I love doing it. I love doing it. I enjoy it. And but me, I'm in it to win it, man. So I'm thinking big. I'm thinking merch, consulting, maybe, again, going back into acting, all of that, and advertising and sponsorships and just toy drives for the kids, community. I love podcasting, man, because there's so much you can do with it, and it's not like this. It's not a finite art form, right? And there's so-called gurus out there. Oh, this is how you do it, or this is follow this blueprint. I go, there isn't really a blueprint, man. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and it's you can liken it to a radio station, right? Radio station has promo, it has talent, it has accounts payable, all these different departments, right? And it has merch and community outreach, man. It's and each radio station does it differently, man. Just like television station. So that's art, man. Art is abstract, right? There's no finite way of doing it. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I think we're podcasting at such a great time right now, my bro, because we're in the infancy of podcasting. Even it's been here for, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years, right? But we're right now at the forefront, at the golden age, where we can establish ourselves and we can make a mark. And so we can those behind, those who come after us, can who knows what they'll do, but we're setting the tone right now, man. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. You kind of went ahead and answered that, which is good. It's kind of like great minds kind of think alike. But one of the questions that I had, like, how, like, I guess how do you get into podcasting, right? Like, well, that's the number one question. You kind of already answered it, right? But
Hmm.
like, if someone like off the street were to ask you right now, how do I get into podcasts? Like, what's the number one thing that you recommend they do?
Yeah, I would say, you know what, go okay. Uh, get it, go to Anchor. Just keep it simple, man. You start on your cell phone. Okay, now you open up, you set up an account with Anchor. Now you got to figure out what are you going to do with your podcast. What's it going to be about? What's the premise? You know, what are you going to? Is it going to be interview based? Are you going to have a host? Are you going to do it solo? There's different things to think about. You know, how are you going to market it? What are you going to do? Are you going to jump on Instagram? You know, or social media? You know, you pretty much have to. Right? You got to think of your colors, your logo, and all these different things. Are you gonna do you want to make it into a business? You know, if you do, okay, then that, you know, that brings another thing into the fold. You know, how are you gonna, you know, how are you gonna make money? How do you want to make money doing podcasting? So there's different things that you have to consider. But I think yeah, at the beginning you have to realize, is it just for fun, which is fine, and if it is, then, but you still got to, you still got to consider, your artwork and your logo, and how often are you going to go on live? Are you going to record? So that's where you got to start right there, man. That's what I would say to someone. But you know, but I always like to talk about the business end of it, man, because that's what I'm doing. So. But yeah, that's what I would say, man, to someone. Just keep it simple though at the beginning, and stay consistent. You got to stay consistent, man. Like myself, man, I used to, I would literally read off a script, where I would write a script, bro, like word for word, like 3 pages, man, 4 pages, and I would read it. I would do the best I could to not make it sound like I'm reading, because it was only audio at the beginning. I was only doing audio, on my phone, and then slowly, started kind of gradually gaining the confidence, bro. And but man, it's crazy to see how far you can come, man, with practice, with consistency, man. It's the confidence just builds and builds. It's like anything, right? So, you know.
Yeah, that's a great answer, and I think you hit it. So if anybody's thinking about getting into podcasting, and kind of like, what he gave you his recommendation or his suggestion to the beginning phases of the blueprint of things that you need to do, and just like he just kind of brushed over it really quick about something that you need to do. Now, if you're really serious about podcasting, this is just the beginning stages, and after that, after you figure all that stuff, which is a lot of work, coming up with your colors, your logo, your name, your idea, your branding, all that. That's tremendous work. It's going to take you, I don't know, anywhere from 3 weeks to a month, maybe a month and a half, just to think about a concept for your podcast, because that's what it takes. And then once you get all that information, then you have to figure out how you're going to shoot it, how you're going to create it, how set up the audio, how are you going to edit. So it's we're trying to be out here, Nick, help people out. If you guys are really interested in doing it, because Double A is doing it and I'm doing it, right? And I didn't get anybody to teach me how to do it, and I'm not sure you did, but here we are, right? So if you got two homies right here, that figured it out, you guys could figure it out too, and we're kind of putting it out there a little bit for anybody who's interested in how to podcast and all that. And I think you hit it right on the thought, man, when you're saying that this is kind of like a business, right? You have to kind of think about it as a business. And with all businesses, there has to be a level of professionalism. So if you don't bring that to the table, then you're gonna find it very hard to be successful at podcasting, man, because you can't be like treating your guest in certain ways, talking to people certain ways, cussing out your viewers. It's like that's not a proper way to run your business, right? So yeah, man, what's your opinion on that?
Oh man, I'm glad, that's the word. I'm going to start using that word more, man. Professionalism. That's key, man, because you have to be punctual. You have to if you said treat your guests with respect, you got to keep them informed. What time we going live, what time what time we set. You got to go look for your guests. You got to book your guests. There's a lot going in that goes into it, man. Yeah. And then another thing is, man, once you start getting into it, you gotta identify the audience. Who's your audience, man? Who's listening to your podcast? Is it single mom, single moms between the ages of 25 and 40? Is it which community is listening to you, man? You got to cater to that your audience, man. But you got to look at your numbers, look at your analytics, man. What time are people watching your podcast? What time are people logging on and checking out your content on Instagram or social media, man? These are all things that you have to take into account, man, if you're really in it to win it. But yeah, that's a great point, man. Professionalism that's key, man, because nobody's going to want to work with you're going to have a short-lived career, man, if you can't treat people with respect and professionalism and again, communicate and all that good stuff, man. That's key, man. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, just kind of like stuff that I kind of experience and work with other people and stuff like that. It's like you try to kind of like build something and they don't see it for what it is, or they think they think you have the wrong intentions, and your intentions are not that at all. So and they're not professional at the end of the day. So it makes it hard for you to work with them, even if you want to help them succeed, and it sucks, man. But hey, you know what? It's you can only do so much, for people, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But what's your experience like when it comes to like getting people to like watch you and subscribe? That's kind of like kind of where I'm at. Like for somebody that wants to, like, let's say someone already did the steps, that you already mentioned, and they finally have 1 or 2 episodes, and they're like, great, I did my episodes, and they spend 8 hours to do their first episode. They spend 20 hours to do their second, but nobody watched them. So like, what would you recommend to get somebody to watch them and subscribe to their channel?
Well, yeah, you got to go. You got to go find them, man. You got to go out there. Start a newsletter, start an email chain, go again. That's, you have to identify what's your niche, though, right? So let's say you have let's say somebody you have a podcast on golfing. So you're gonna want to go where golf, other podcasters who have a podcast on golf. Where are those communities at? Facebook groups, stuff like that, man. You have to go to hashtag, golf hashtags, golf related hashtags, anywhere where you're going to find people who listen, watch, play golf, right? Where's your niche? So you got to tap into all those different networks, all those different communities, man, and promote, and within, not only promote, but engage, because you go to, for example, go to people's posts on Instagram, right? And engage. What I mean by engage is not just promoting. There's a difference. You go and engage on a golf post. Make a comment. Hey, great, somebody's post, for example, they posted themselves, taking swings at a range, right? And they're, I don't know, just off the top of my head, just, hey, make a comment. Hey, I like what you did there on your swing. It looks great. Give a compliment. Everybody loves compliments, right? So go through a bunch of different people with those types of posts and make those comments, man. And then little by little, okay, who's XYZ? Who's this guy commenting on my, XYZ? And then you can maybe hit him up later with the DM, not just a regular DM though. An audio DM. Audio DMs are powerful, man. Leave it, and for a couple of reasons, right? Because you have the curiosity factor. When you leave an audio DM, 9 out of 10 people are gonna say, "Okay, what's this? What's going on here?" Someone left a message here. They want to play it. They're gonna want to listen to it. So you say, "Hey, man, I really appreciate what you're doing with your golf swing, man. Check out my podcast. I have a golf related podcast. It's called ABC Podcast on Golf. Go here. This is when I go live. This is where you can find it. Here's a couple links. Boom. You have to go out and find the listeners, man. You got to promote yourself, man. And sometimes it's going to these live events, that are related to your niche. Networking people, making those appearances, man. Shaking hands with people. So there's a bunch of different ways, man. And one thing I do is that DM thing is powerful too, man, because you go and someone, for example, when somebody follows you, hey, tap in, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you, man. Here's love your content, love what you're doing with your Instagram page. I also wanted to invite you to my Instagram, my YouTube channel. Here's the link. Check it out. Check out some of the content if you like it. Hit the subscribe button for me. And I get a lot of subscribers like that, man. Just on my YouTube channel. But yeah, there's a variety of ways, bro. You got to get creative. You really have to go out there. You can't just sit back and wait for the people to come to you. No, man, you gotta go out there and let people know that you have your podcast. Let people know that you're there.
Yeah, for sure. Because I've been at this for 3 years now. It's about to be 3 years. We're almost there.
Yeah.
And it's been a grind, and I've been telling everybody, "Hey, check me out. Hey, check me out." And for the most part, people like they don't. But I just ask for people to give me 5 minutes of their time, and if they don't like it, then they don't like it. I just for me, what kind of works for me, I just want to let people know who I am. I want to know people, let people know that I exist. Like, here I am, and that's it. That's good enough for me, right? A lot of people be like, screw you or whatever. You know what? I don't care. Tacos and workouts. Oh, the name Tacos and Workouts, right? Did you know that when I first started Tacos and Workouts, people laughed in my face? Straight up, straight up laughed in my face. I would go to a taco stand and then I'd be like, "Hey, can I film here? I have a YouTube channel." And again, I was like, I don't have the confidence that I do now. I go, "Excuse me, can I film my taco episode here? Please, can I film?" And they're like, "Tacos and Workouts? You're fat, and you're gonna eat tacos, and then you're gonna go work out." And then and then look what it has become now. But yeah, man. So yeah, I use my branding Tacos and Workouts, but the one thing that I do is I just wanted people to know that I existed, that I'm here, and that's kind of just what I do on a daily basis now. Like, don't forget about me. I don't care if you watch, just subscribe to the channel. You know what, the number one thing I struggle with is not getting people to like. I'm able to be like, "Hey, but like I'll like appear from here I am," right?
Yeah.
Which is not a problem. People will watch and they'll be like, but they won't subscribe to my channel. But then they'll come back and they'll be like, "Hey, that episode." I go, "Oh, did you subscribe?" They're like, "No." So that's my challenge. That it's I have 100,000 views, but the people don't subscribe. So please do me a favor, guys. If you're watching this right now, do me a favor and go to Double A's after the podcast, subscribe to his channel, and then once you're done subscribing to him and supporting him, come support Tacos and Workouts and subscribe to my channel. So that's the number one thing. But I think he's right. It's you have to reach out for people to watch you and stuff like that. And if you don't do that, you're not gonna make it, man. You can't just be like and then it's never let me tell you right now. If you want to get into podcasting, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Don't tell nobody. It's never the right time to get into podcasting. It's never the right time. So guess what? Just jump in, because it's never going to be the right time to get into podcasting. No. And as a matter of fact, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be, because right now there's probably like, a couple of thousands or maybe tens of thousands of us, right? And a couple more years is going to be hundreds of thousands or millions of us out there. So it's going to be even harder for you to get in there. So you want to do it, jump in now, get in it while it's a perfect timing, man. Not perfect, but close to perfect. You know what I meant.
Yeah. No, you brought up another point, man. When the concept is to you don't have to know everybody, right? As a podcaster, but everybody has to know you. So, like, for example, you think Denzel Washington knows all his fans? No, that's the concept. So how are you gonna create that? How is your podcast going to be? How is everyone going to know your podcast? Is the idea? So I think it's when you walk into, for example, you walk into a room, any room, and you don't know everybody in that room, right? But how is everybody going to know you in that room by the time that everybody leaves the room? So are you going to scream out loud, make a spectacle yourself? Who the hell was that guy? Or are you going to go to each person individually, introduce yourself? So how are you going to be? That's the creativity that needs to come into play right there. How's everybody going to know your podcast or know your name? And like you said, bro, that some people might not be subscribing to your podcast, which is fine. You know why? But they're seeing your name, your logo. Oh, they now they hear you. Now they saw you. Now they and that's fine with me. Now I just want everybody to know who Profile Pod is. I want to know I want everyone to know who Double A is. Whether you subscribe or not. Now you saw me. Now you know I'm there. You know what I mean? That's the concept.
Yeah, for sure. I remember. So when when the world closed down, right? I was before they closed down, right? I put in a solid 6 months of tacos and workouts, and I was just doing phenomenal. And then a barrier came, which was the world closed down.
Yeah.
And I was out for what, like a year and a half, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Once I finally went back out, I went to, like you said, a live event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people were looking at me, and I'm like, why are they looking at me? And people will walk to me like, I seen your sticker. And I was like, okay. And they're like, that's him. Right? Obviously, I was like, well, what's the deal? But you got to get out there. You got to brand yourself. You got to figure out ways. You got to be creative, and yeah, and that's it, man. You got to get out there, like you said. And now it's like when I go out, sometimes people even stop me, and they don't even know what I'm doing, but they want to be a part of it.
Yeah, right. That's cool. No doubt, man. Yeah, and I like your hat, man. I had some hats made recently. I got to do another round of merch too, man. And it's nice to have that, a hat or a T-shirt, man. When you go out and about and you're out there in the community doing events, and because then everybody, obviously, you're branding and you're marketing yourself as just a showing up, man. And that's a nice thing, man. And I've been slipping on that. I need to get on top of that. Get some new hats and some stickers and T-shirts made, man. Because man, that's you got to be visible out there, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that stuff is not free either. So it's like I made like how many shirts? I don't know. I made like 20, 30 shirts. I don't know. Cost me like $500, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna sell these. Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna sell these. No one ever bought them. Well, no, I sold a couple, like to a couple friends and family.
Yeah.
Right. And they did it to support me. So I thank them for that. Right. But after a certain point, I realized that I wasn't gonna sell them, right? So I started giving them away, and then I realized that I'm giving them away, but they're never gonna be worn. Like no one's ever gonna show them. I think One More Taco TV. Shout outs to One More Taco TV. Are you familiar with One More Taco TV?
One More Taco TV? No, I can't say I am.
Yeah, he's in San Diego. He does the food scene. He actually he's a big supporter to the show. He actually bought one of my shirts, wore the shirt to an actual episode of his, and yeah, so big shout out. But so there's some people do wear them, but for merchandising is kind of tricky. Do you usually sell them, or do you like give them away?
I ordered I ordered 12 hats. I kept 2. I actually kept 2. I gave one I kept one for myself. And then I gave one to a shout out to Valley Views, my man Hector, radio show, internet radio show host over there. And he had me on, so I gave him one, and I sold the other 10. That's the only thing I've done with merch, man, and I need to get that going too, man. And but like you said, yeah, it's not cheap, man. It's it's again, if you're looking to scale up and do this as a business, man, it's imperative, man. You gotta get maybe a couple hats, like you said, bro. And I don't want to do a big inventory, purchase I'll probably do 20 shirts, maybe like you, and then because you don't want to get stuck with all this. But eventually, bro, it's gonna sell, man. At some point, it's gonna sell, man, and because you do this consistently, and it's gonna pop, man. You manifest it and all that good stuff.
So like I'm an idea guy. I come up with a whole bunch of ideas all over and my brain just never stops working, right?
Yeah.
So like if you ever like do because you do a lot more live events than I do. I see you out there, with the people. And actually I got invited to the event that you were just in yesterday. But I couldn't go. He told me, hey, some of your friends are gonna be here. Come out. And I said, okay, I'll try to make it, but I wasn't able to. But one of the things that if you ever do, this is just my suggestion. I don't know. You make those shirts. What you
Mm.
could do is you could raffle them off on the live events, and but the condition is that they have to subscribe to your channel. And I think that would work tremendously for you. You see, I don't get out there like that, because I don't go to live events and set up and all that. Maybe I should, but I don't, because I'm always busy making content. I'm always, shooting podcasts, taco reviews, workouts, comedy. So it's like nonstop for me. So that's why you don't see me out there. If you ever see me out there, it's gonna be like watching Bigfoot. It's like he's out. Wow, Littlefoot, right? There he is. Like there he is. He's out.
Yeah. No, I got you, bro. Yeah, man. It's that's a good point. Raffling off giveaways on Instagram. That's another great idea. That you could do if you want to gain followers, gain listeners. Give stuff away. Yeah, man. I've done a few giveaways in the past, and maybe you collaborate with other companies, other vendors, and you do a giveaway, man. That's absolutely. And you make the condition of, you have to follow me, you have to follow the other vendor if you collaborate. Repost, reshare, and then you'll hold the drawing or whatever. But yeah, those are great ideas, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you'd be surprised how the littlest things will help you like advance so much. I mean, if somebody kind of like tags you in a post or like puts it for you, and if you share it, that will help you tremendously, just of anybody, and sometimes people are not going to do that to you for whatever reason. I don't know. It's kind of like I kind of do it for them because that's just who I am, and I hope that they would do it for me. But sharing the content, that's the number one thing I always say. Share the content, right? And then because you just want to be known. And then in the end, if it's not for them, it's not for them. But they gave you a couple of minutes of their time, and you know what? Time is valuable, man. For sure.
Absolutely, man. Good points, man. Yeah, time is you don't get time back, man. You get money back. You can get your health in some instances. You get sick, you get healthy again, but time, there's no substitute for time, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. So that's the portion of the how to be a podcaster. So now Double A gave you his expert opinion. I give you my thoughts behind it. But now we're gonna talk about tacos. What's going on with tacos, bro? What's going on? What's your favorite taco?
Gosh, man. Oh man. It's got to be between, I don't know, al pastor or carne asada. Gosh, and then I love tripas, chicharrones. Gosh, man, it's hard to narrow it down, but it's got probably the top two, either asada or gosh darn it, al pastor.
Man, you and me are so much alike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I was thinking in my head, he's gonna say it. Yeah, you said asada al pastor, and then I'm like, is he gonna say it? And then he said tripas, and I wanted to yell out, like, yay! But I'm like, I can't yell into the mic. But yeah, that's my trifecta, man. That's like what I do.
Okay.
And before I used to do like, it depends. Anywhere in LA, all the taco places are different now. The sizes, they vary, the price and stuff like that. It's not the same how it was like 10 years ago when I was like into like a whole bunch of tacos and stuff. Now it's like so different, right? But the common thing that I used to do back in the day, I used to get dos tacos de asada, dos tacos del pastor, y dos de tripa. That was it. That was the perfect trifecta. That was like, the mega meal, right? And then you get like, una botella de coca, from Mexico, and forget it. That was champion mode right there. You eat your tacos, and it was like street tacos. And then I have my taco eating buddy, my cousin Carlos. Man, we used to like everywhere in East LA. That we used to like he would be like, I found a new spot, and I'm like and we would be like busy, right? Yeah. And then we were like, everybody hold the phones or whatever, and we would go. And then it was just me and him eating the tacos, and then we would critique them. So I guess in some ways that's kind of like the essence of the show and how it started. But that was it, man. What you just said, the trifecta right there.
Oh yeah, man. Tacos, man. Yeah. Ever since I could, it's part of our culture, right? It's part of us, man. And when whenever I go to, there's taqueros go to when, for instance, at a birthday party, if friends or family member, right, bro, I take down probably 10 to 12 tacos, bro, at least, bro. Every time there's a taquero, that's oh man, but that's the trifecta, like you said, man. Al pastor, we throw in some pollo once in a while, man. I like to mix it up, but yeah, man. There's a lot of great spots in LA here, man, in SoCal, of course, and we're in like the mecca, here of food mecca here in Southern California, bro. So we're spoiled here, man. We can have tacos whenever we want, whenever we want. And back in the day, man, when coming after leaving the clubs, right? You go, let's go get some tacos, man. What do you? And there's another, 6 to 8 tacos right there at 2 a.m, all all hammered and ready to go home. But those are the days, man.
And it doesn't even matter what you ordered, man, because it's like you're too messed up to even realize what you got, right?
Yeah, and I have a burrito, probably 4 or 6 tacos, man. It was good. I can't eat like that anymore, brother. I can't eat.
No, man, neither can I, man. I wish, man. I'm a big gordo, but I can't put it down like that, man. I wish I could, but it's other factors when I'm a big gordo. But that's why I work out, man, to try to get it under control, man. But so what? Let me guess. The King Taco on 3rd Street and Ford, is that the spot you used to go to?
Yeah, bro, right there, man. Spots in Whittier, all throughout SGV, because that was like we used to party right there every, between like West Covina and East LA, man. Everything else in between, right there. We hit up all the spots, man. Places in Azusa, in Atacor and Whittier, just Pasadena spots, taco trucks. It's endless, bro. Endless, man. But yeah, I used to go there, man. I love King Taco, the one in Almani, just all over the place, man. Tacos Gavilan, El Gavilan. But it's not stop, bro. I'm getting hungry, damn it. I don't want to eat after. I'm trying not to eat after 6 p.m. now, JR. Make me hungry, bro.
I totally get you, man. I have that effect on people, man. It's that people are like, "Hey, you're making me." Have you watched me do my actual taco videos? People, and I'm just eating, and then people are like, "Oh, now I want tacos," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, I do that to people." Yeah. Before I used to be like, how am I gonna eat in front of like people? But now it's like I'm just gonna eat them how I eat them, and I don't care. And I don't try to oversell it either, right? Like there's some other like foodies that they oversell it, and I'm like, come on, bro, like just eat them how you would eat them, right? And I eat them, and that's good enough, right? So it shows the quality of what it is, man. No doubt. But yeah, man, the taco prices, man. They're like $6 now, right? Tacos.
Man, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Something. I ordered 2 burritos last night. I can't say where, but man, I had a jarritos and 2 burritos, bro. $22, bro.
That's
what?
That's cheap, bro. I live in Long Beach, bro.
Holy really?
Yeah, bro. It's like. I was gonna say $25-$26, man. I was like, okay, I ordered something for me and my lady, right? Which was like in the beginning, it used to be like $12, right? Or like $10, right? And then now when we order the exact same like dish, right? Because that's what we do, right? And now it's like $30, $32 for both of us, and it's like it's a simple meal that we used to get way back that was $10. So it's like,
yeah,
man.
It's quite, yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. I had we are here, the wife and I, we eat a lot of breakfast burritos, once a week or whatever. And yeah, man, today I had 2 breakfast burritos this morning, man. What was it? $20, $22? Yeah. Anyways, man, but yeah, it's crazy. It's getting crazier, man. But that's why we got to make that money, bro, and offset that. That's why we got to be the next Joe Rogan, damn
it. You know what? I brought Joe Rogan a couple times up to my on my podcast and a couple of guest spots that I've done for other people when I show up on theirs, and this is the number one thing I tell people. You know what? We all have to help each other out, right? Like I have to help Double A be successful, and I would hope that he would return the favor. And then I'm gonna go help out, One More Taco TV, and then I'm gonna reach out to King Mexico, and then I'm gonna reach out to Street
Yeah.
Pulse Podcast, and I'm gonna reach out to the Street Ain't Loyal, right? And hopefully, they support me as well, right? And how can I forget? The What a Partner Podcast. I'm not gonna
Oh,
forget What a Partner
what
Podcast,
up,
man. Those are my
partner?
boys. I love those guys, man. Well, a
Absolutely,
big
man.
shout out to Big A.
Big
Um,
A.
yeah. So the whole thing is us kind of working together and supporting each other, and because I have viewers that they might not have, and they might have
Yeah.
viewers that I don't have. So it's a way to building each other out. But let me get back to the topic. The number one thing I've said in countless podcasts, and you could look for it. It says when Joe Rogan went up there, he didn't go up there by himself. He took his A team with him.
Mm,
Why can't we do that for each other?
yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about it, guys. And this is why you see your boy Tacos and Workouts inviting different podcasters up here, inviting comedians up here, because I want to do something for people that people have never done for me, and I have the platform to do that. But I can only get so far without without the subscribers, right? So guys, if you enjoy our content, do us a huge favor and subscribe to the channel, man, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Of course, Jr. It goes both ways, man. And that's the essence of my podcast, man. Is helping others, man. Putting others up on a pedestal, shining the light on them, uh, building, helping them, get a voice and get more eyes on their product or song or whatever the case may be, whether performers or business or podcast. That's the essence of what I do, man, because I love helping others and building them up. And at the same time, I'm building my podcast in my platform, and hopefully we're putting out a good product. It's a win-win-win for everybody. The audience is enjoying themselves, and it's a beautiful thing, man.
Well, one thing that I could tell about your podcast is you have the respect of the people. Like it's a very apparent they respect you as a podcaster,
Mm,
and it shows. And I'm like, oh man, Double A, he's got the respect of people watching him, so that's a good thing. Now, if we could just get that following that we need to get up there, guys, and I know we could get there. Just all it
yeah.
takes is for you to click that little button that says subscribe, and you don't have to watch them all, but whenever every once in a while when you're bored, hey, give us a view.
Hey, case in point, man. I have like almost 3,200 followers on Instagram, right? But I have 400 subscribers on YouTube. Like, and I'm constantly telling my followers, hey, I'm posting stuff. Hey, go subscribe, support. But it doesn't equate like that. It's not a perfect world, right? So, but that's why we keep going, and it's gonna happen. I'm determined, man. Like I said, I'm not looking back, man. I'm not getting any younger, so and I love it, man. I love doing this, man.
Yeah, man, you'll eventually get there. I could already I could see who's gonna make it and who's not, right? But I can't. Come on, man, I can't say that like, oh, he's gonna make it, he's not gonna make it, right?
Uh,
But I definitely recognize talented people, and those are the people I kind of want to bring on to the show. And if you have that professionalism, then sure, why not? Let's get you on here, right?
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Likewise, man. Yeah, man. I want I want the best for you and your podcast. I hope you blow up, man. And yeah, man. It's just because again, we're in the same community, man. And I'm not competing against you. You're not competing. We're not. There's no competition. This is the way I see it. You're competing against yourself, really. And
Yeah.
how badly you want this or anything else in life.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's I just made a comment, and thank you. We have a troll here that wants to make comments, but you know what? I love everybody, man. I invite everybody to come and watch. Why not, right? But yeah, some people like going back to professionalism, right? Professionalism goes a long way. And
Uh-huh.
if you want to be successful in this thing, you have to be professional at all times. So thank you for watching, though. And what we invite you to the show, man. Whenever you
I,
want, man. If you have something interesting that you want to say, because that's what I do. My platform is open. Um, So,
I
I
can't see the
wanted.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, you can't. Oh,
No,
okay. We'll fix it next time. It doesn't even. It
no,
really
no.
does. It really doesn't matter because it's like I said, trolling comments. We don't pay attention to them because the reality it's not worth anybody's time, right? I value comments that have insight, something, and it's like when you're running um a quality podcast,
Mhm.
people want to take you down to a level, right? And it's up to you whether you want to go to that level or you want to keep it professional. And and
Right.
and, and that's who I collaborate with and I work with professional people. And if I don't work with you, then it's for a reason.
Mm. I understand, man. I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
No doubt
yeah,
about it, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the beautiful thing too, man. We can we can pick and choose who we want to work with, man. And again, that's an most art. Well, actually, as if you run your own business, you can choose who you want to do business with. That's the beauty of it, right? That's part of the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of having your own business, your own podcast, your own enterprise, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. So, well, I think it's about that time, to get going because I know you got plenty of things to do, and I have some things I have to take care of myself. Anything you want to say to, the people watching, before we get going?
Yeah, man. No, I just want to say thank you to you, Jr. Yeah, go check out the Profile Pod Double A. It's the Profile Pod on all social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, Facebook. It's all the Profile Pod, man. Check it out. Give me a follow. Give me a subscribe. I follow back. It's all about building community. Let's help each other out, man. Let's help build each other. And that's it, man. I want to thank Tacos and Workers. I want to thank you, JR, Little Hater, and for having me and for inviting me because to be invited onto a platform, man, that means a lot to me because it means that somebody values you and values your work. And so thank you for doing that, man. And I appreciate that, man. So big shout out to all the other podcasters out there doing it, man. Putting in the work, putting in the time, the effort, and much love to everybody out there, man. So thank you once again, brother.
Well, thank you for coming on here. You know what? And that's why we reached out to you because your professionalism, you got the respect of the people, and you're gonna go a long way, man. Thank you for coming in, and the door's always open for you whenever you want to stop by, and if you just want to, just talk about whatever's on your mind, you know what? You're more than welcome to come in and do that.
Thank you very much, man. Likewise, man. Let's collaborate. Let's stay connected, and let's keep moving, man. Let's keep moving. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, and there it is. We're gonna end it with that. Thank you, everybody, for watching the best podcast in Long Beach, California, and I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.